This week, whānau, we're back with Te Huingawaka in Kaingaroa Forest Village, our 50th marae. We're halfway through the DIY, bringing us closer all the time to the opening of Hare Hare. With a whare nui, Te Huingawaka will be a fully functioning marae, and the whānau are hoping a new focus for their struggling town.
Follow me now. We gonna tika, gonna pai. Eya, fina ita hunga. Ya whakatu whare pako, ya peita whare kai. Look what could happen if we all unify. Ya hulaka on and bring that whānau vibe.
Hara mai whānau!
Marae DIY. Gonna tika, whakapai.
Our kaupapa o whakatika whakapai is taking one step further. For the 50th marae, it's not just about a lick of paint and a new waharua. The blood, sweat and tears of this whānau will drop on their whenua to ensure their whare nui and marae ātea is ready to be opened in just a few days' time. After 30 years, this marae will be complete and a new heart for their village. Kaingaroa Forest is the largest man-made forest in the world, and as the first rotation of trees matured to harvest in the late 1940s and 50s, a new world of opportunities opened. It used to be said, if you could get a job with the Forestry Service, you were set for life.
Over time, forestry created its own culture, and that culture is this, that in terms of the village here, you didn't have to worry about your rent. Your rent was deducted and taken out of your pay by the forestry. You didn't have to worry about your electricity. Your electricity was taken care of by the forestry. You didn't have to worry about your working clothing. All your work clothing was provided by the forestry. At the end of it all, to have that just taken away from you and left you out there in the dry to fend for yourself was very, very difficult for people to come to terms with. People, at the end of it all, were very, very angry at the Forest Service and the Crown because they recognised that forestry was the Crown. And people not having or not being able to take their frustrations out on someone, took their frustrations out on the buildings and assets of the village. And I think even today, even though 20 odd years has gone by since then, some of that anger is still there. It's still there within the people, the old community. Some of that anger is still there. I'm not quite sure how long it's going to take or whether that will stay with them for the rest of their lives. I'm not sure. The Huingawaka didn't really, help to lessen that impact. And the reason for that is when the door was closed, the Huingawaka was not excluded from that anger and frustration that I said to you, because as far as the people could see, what you have to understand is the Huingawaka was also forestry, but having that understanding that all the buildings and everything that was here belonged to the forestry and the Crown. It makes me sad, to be honest, because because the community and the people of this village had pride in the village and what they had. And then, of course, with the closing of it all, that was all taken away from them. From that point on, things just went crazy, and it hasn't got back or anywhere back to what it was like.
Throughout this DIY, many comments have been made about how this weekend is a unifying event that's helped to rebuild their community. We can all feel it too. But just on lunchtime, I found someone sitting alone that sums it up for me.
It's been quite an emotional roller coaster. Me personally, it's the beginning of the end of a journey that's been a long time coming, eh? For our kids, for the future for us. I stood there and I looked in and I cried because finally it's happening for us. Finally, we're going to have a marae that we can call our own.
Taj, when you left the show, you were hapu.
Yes.
You've now had 5 years' experience as a mum, so I've got the perfect job for you. Here's your paintbrush.
Yep.
You now have all these little tamariki.
Awesome.
And you're going to go and do some painting on the Yurapa.
Oh, cool.
So you should be well experienced now. I'll be looking forward to your parenting skills.
It's not my parenting skills, is it? It's actually just that they're all the same height as me when you gave me this job.
I didn't want to say that, but now he mentioned it, yes.
You're all about as tall as me.
The kids are finally underway, and there's about 4 more hours of workable light. But just when you think things are paite pai,
My man here went to see the undercoat to get on, and it's oil-based, and that's going to take longer to dry. Gets to about 1 degree here tonight, so we've got to make sure we have the paint on before it freezes, and we had no paintbrushes. That's right, Fire Brigade came to the party, put a bit more pootier into the pot, and we can afford to buy the paintbrushes, which is good, because otherwise we would have been selling our shirts. That's it.
Paintbrushes at the ready. On your marks. Get set. Paint! There is your little brush, right? You can go in between the cracks, like see those little bits? Yeah, you can do those bits for us. It will not come off!
I told you yesterday. You're gonna get your butts over by the tap and wash off as much as you can now. I think I'll bring the fire engine over and squirt you off.
Who's supposed to be looking after these kids?
that's what you were there for, Tash. Anyway, the big people's paintbrushes have turned up, so the wharenui can get its undercoat on before dark.
You drive in and you think, wow, there's some stories to be told here for sure. But I love that then you get into the marae and there's all these people here and they've all come back and they're all, you know, putting on gumboots and picking up hammers and stuff to do it. But that's what Marae DIY is about, is that it brings people back to help and to put some more life back into the place, which is, you know, what we should be doing. Hey.
The colour still's finally going on. Well done, Monty. And the painters are doing really well on the outside of the wharenui. So that's right, Boise, you get that mali lined up. We'll be spouting tomorrow morning.
Oh well, DCG and I would only be in the road, so we thought we'd have a crack at this panga carving.
I was thinking DCG's probably on kohanga stage stuff. Right?
Right,
I'm gonna go
with the husky saw.
Yeah, with the husky saw. He's got the husky saw, but I don't know what I've got, but I bet you it's going to be choice. What you got us?
That's what you got, brother. That's from the marae. This is what you're going to carve with. This is what I'm going to carve with, all right?
What do you reckon? Honest attempt. I know you built a marae while you were waiting, but
yeah, and painted the fence and the whole whare too. But yeah, I mean, for first go guys, you fuzz have done really well. Yeah,
choice.
Chori, I'll give you even more ups, mate, because you actually carried some out and. Well, it's just because you must have something else going on in there.
You like the
but DCG, mate.
Man. Hey, you go back to your fence, mate. Hey?
We're almost to the end of day 3 and cleanups are starting in most areas. Things are looking good for the kuia to return at 12 o'clock tomorrow. It's the ongoing saga of Monty's roofs, though. Time to give him a bit of a rev up, I think.
Please don't think that Monty's been standing here leaning on a ladder for ages. I just dragged him off the roof here. This is the last one to go on.
This is it, yep. So we've got the waharoa, roofing eye just to go on, so that's all the colour steel. That'll go on. Barge boards are all done on the pai-pais, so bit of decking out the back, so the boys are still doing some decking out the back. On the landing, a bit of a little landing and step on the other side of the wharenui. But other than that, I think a few seats.
Few hours of daylight left today. A few more hours tomorrow before the nannies get back around midday. So you've got a little bit of time up your sleeve.
I'm chilled today, you know.
That's why we love him. I have absolute confidence in you, and you've got so many good hands around you, bro.
Yeah.
Good job. Looks great.
Dawn's on.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's been a long day.
Wait. Bought my own this time.
There we go. We can see you
Now
there.
it's better.
So how was your day, sister?
It was awesome. It was good. I did get abandoned by my little helpers.
I saw the kids
With
running
myself,
around.
painting, but no, it was cool. It was awesome, Mahi. It was so cool to be back.
That fence will never be the same.
No, it won't. And I won't be either if I can not get this stuff off me. But hey,
Well, thank you very much for coming home and coming to hang out with us.
home. Yeah,
Home.
thank you for inviting me.
It was nice
awesome.
to have another girl on the team.
girl power.
Not flying solo. I finished my stuff. Yours was awesome, bro.
Oh, yeah, man. They built a marae while I was doing it, but hey, you know, my family will go hungry if that's going to be my job, but hey, it's all right. Anyway, cup of tea before you hit the road?
Cup of tea time. Kia ora.
Okay, then. Ka ki te koutoa muri ake nei.
No whakatika, whakapai-pai. No whakatika, whakapai-pai.
Last night you said, I'm going to finish that roof DCG before I go. I don't know whether you can see it, mate, but there's only half a roof up there.
It gets dark here about 4 o'clock.
So how many builders have you got today?
Well, I got me,
Travis?
oh yeah, Travis,
And your dad?
George, and yes,
And Araha?
Aroha.
And we got, about 4 hours, haven't we?
4 hours. Got to get my roof finished on the waharoa.
Yeah.
I got some decking to do, bits and pieces, anything, seats that you want.
DCG, you've asked a lot of questions. What have you got left to do?
I've just got to have a bit of fun for the last 4 hours on the 50th Marae, on the last one on the series, and watch Mont stress a little bit, actually.
Never mind just watching DCG. Remember your spick and span ātea? Well, someone just dumped a truckload of mulch on it.
So just before it all, happens, how are you feeling?
Very excited, very excited. It's awesome. Don't talk about crying because I'm not going to cry either.
It's terrible. I just feel like it's waterworks. We've got a couple of little things. The flagpole hasn't quite paid for with us. I'm going to fix that.
Awesome, you
While
do
you
that.
run around and fix
Make
everybody
sure
else.
everything else is done.
Karawe, the whānau are in the zone. Time for final touches, and I've managed to track down our nannies. I found them in Taupo. Haere mai. Oe kuima, pai tino hoi te wāhi nei?
Ai, tino pai.
Wāhi pai tēnei wāhi te Bayview Resort nei mo te Manaaki tangata.
Ai.
Hoi anō, I tell you what, this is also my patch too, and taku whare kai te rātaha o te rori.
Ai.
Mahara tātou ki reira ne?
Ai.
Kāpai, hara mai. The Wairake Terraces is my other mahi actually, and we thought the healing waters of the Waiora Pool would be the perfect location for their hone kōpai makeover.
I've got to go because I've got things that I've got to do, so you all look fabulous and I'll love and leave.
Ka kite.
Ka kite.
Thanks.
Oh. Ka kite. Bro, I'll hand it over to you.
That's my cue. Auntie, hara mai. Ka haere tētahi tāne a tāhua, ka haere mai ko au. Ka aroha au ki koutou. Anyway, kai te papai tonu, rite tonu ki ngā rākau I muri mai a koutou. Beautiful. A tāhua kē koutou. Kai te pai koe an?
Ai, kai te tino pai a hau.
Oh, kai te pai ki a koe taku kāinga?
Tino rawe.
Who and what are you looking forward to see?
The marae all done up.
Pēhā koe an, kai te, I know that kai reira katoa o moko puna I and o tamariki. Kai te moke koe?
Not too much. I make sure that I'm lapping at getting away from them because they're around my skirts all the time. They chased me to the shop before I left. Mum, wait.
Hika.
That's only the daughters. Next minute it was the mokopuna, and the mokopuna turua.
Hea ho koutou whakaro? Kia koutou whakaro ko oti a rātou?
Oh, ai. Ai, ka oti a rātou.
Whakapono ana?
Whakapono ki wena kōrero nā te mei mi te rahu ki rā te kia mahi kotahi. Ka wai e ko pete. Me mahi katoa. Ka me te ki te mahi me mahi. Ka wai e uma.
You've got to remember, since 1984, this is what our kuia have seen. Are they really prepared for what their tamariki, mokopuna, have achieved in 3 days?
Hard work is something this community knows well, and even as the marae approaches opening, they know there'll be more hard work to be done once those doors are open.
Te nui nā konei kare mōhio hea te marae. Kare kau, mahau tonu ai mea te haramai. He mahi kei te marae o he rārā nei, kei te whakatūhia. E rahi tonu rātou karakau mōhio, kare anu ke taki noho marae.
Kare mō hea te marae.
Ai.
Kia rātou is just another house.
Yeah.
Kore rai a kohi anō e o rātou koro ua kui anō. I o rātou nā whenua, I suppose. You know.
E ka mene ate nei koe kia haramai te love it. Ana ko tāti ki te ako hare, nei rahi kua uru hare ki nā kohana reo nei, ki te ako I te reo. Te nui nā hoki o kuni ki kare mo he te kōrero I te reo. Ai. But they love going to the marae. Hey.
I suppose you're going to let me have what's that.
And I think the marae would be very good for everybody here. Another thing kua tū te wharenui is we love to have miki peha wānana pia. So there no pene te noho marae, you know, ki te ako anō.
Ki te ako I a rātou, ne? Ki te ako I a rātou ki te noho marae. O ki te ako rāne, ki te karana, ki te...
Ai, wai te korau.
Ki te mahi whāriki, tāniko, wera mahi katoa tātai te I Māori.
Ka tū mana te wharenui rā. Kia kaha tonu nā pākeke ki te ako, te whakahaere, I wā rātou whānau, e noa nei roto tēnei rohe ki te tiro whakamua I nā wā katoa. Pea, taku. Kawai e puru I atu te kupu hōhaka tōnei te whakarono. Pōhara. Mea hua, ta whakataka huri pia nā whakaro ki te makai te rana tira katoa tātou nā wā katoa.
Tai rawa mai ko ki te waharoa nei, ka ki te mai koe I te Huingawaka. E hui mai nei. Hea ho whakaro.
pai kia kite te whare pēne.
Anā ka huri haere o karu ki te titiro ki ngā mahi ko tia rātai. Kei te pēhe o whakaaro ki ngā mahi anu.
Tāhua.
Is there any particular bit that you like the most?
It's all lovely. Te tūhana mai o nā whakaru e rua kau pai. Tino pai te rā. Ko whiwhi wharera rātai ia ne. He rawe mō nā hui. Ana me wā mātau, kā kui wā mātau mō ko puna pēr, te hara mai ki koneki. Kā kui a rātau kawa e pēne, kawa e pēra. Ka re taia kia roha ki a rātau. Enari e. Tino pai wā rātau mai. Tino aroha hau ki a rātau.
Kia mōhio ai kōtau. Kāre no te whare kia whakatūwhera mo tuhake hia. Engari, ko tahi wiki ne, few more days. We'll be here.
Oh, very good.
We'll be here. We'll be here to celebrate that with you all. E te iwi he hīkoi I tīmata mai ngā tau o muri. Tainoa ki tēnei wā, ko heke hia ngā marae 50 kau, ko oti ngā marae 50 kau. I tēnei wā, ko Kaingaroa, ko te Huingawaka, ka irunga no atu I tēnei wā, me te mihi anō ki a rātou.
You know, my bro here's been here for just about the whole 50, eh? And I got here at the very end. I have to say, I'm so stoked I got to be here for the 50th one. I've inherited another couple of mums and aunties and uncles. Kia ora whānau! Kia ora!
Me te mea nei, ko te kaupapa I runga I tēnei marae, ko te whakakotahi I te iwi. Mā te ahai whakakotahi I te iwi, mā te marae, mā te whare, mā te mahitahi. Me kia mōhio mai rā tātou. Ko tēnei āhuatanga, ko te aroha ki runga I te marae. He nui ke te wāriu mō wā tātou tamariki, mō wā tātou mokopuna. Nō reira kia kaha rā tātou ki te kaue hārei wā tātou marae. Nuku atu, nuku atu, nuku atu. Nō reira waiho hia mā te kāinga nei, te kupu whakamutunga. Whānau mā. Tūturu hiti waka māua mai ki tīna! Tīna! Amea hoia! Usually this is where it ends for us. Engari kāre anō ngā kuia kia kuhu ki roto I tō rātau whare. In a few days, Hare Hare will open its doors, and after 30 years, te Huingawaka will be a complete marae.
Whakatika tika, whakapai pai. Whakatika tika, whakapai pai.
To help open a wharenui and to complete a marae for Kainaroa village has been a huge honour for our 50th marae DIY. The official opening is tomorrow, so I've come back early to lend a hand.
We're back. It doesn't look like it stopped.
No, everyone's been hard out for the past week, actually.
Getting ready for the opening.
Yep, doing all those last-minute finishing touches.
When I left here last week, it looked like it was all finished.
Yeah, it was all finished on the bigger scale of being finished, but then there's all those little finishing touches like walls in the bathroom and lino on the floor. So, I mean, it's such a huge job. We had so much to do, and if you look around at what we've done, it's just amazing.
All the plants seem to be alive. That's a good sign.
No,
isn't it?
It's awesome. Just the finishing touches so it looks nice. Everything in there works. Like you can go have a hot shower, you can use the toilet, wash your hands. But yeah, it's just the finishing touches so that when our nannies go in there, because they haven't seen in there, so it's like, you know, whakamiharo, it's like amazing, beautiful, not just, oh, cool, nice.
So you've got all these people here still going. What about the food?
Oh, we've had to open the kitchen back up for, we've been having lunch and dinner every night, which has been really neat. Yeah, everyone's been there for dinner in the community, and the cookhouse has been half full again, and yeah, no, everyone's spirits are being lifted and working together to get it done.
So really, no one's actually left?
No, they haven't. They've still been here.
You know what's going to happen, don't you? Is that after the opening, it's just going to stay like this. There'll be people here all the time.
I hope so, because the kōrero I heard yesterday was really quite neat. It was like, because all the kids have been coming back to help with the school holidays. So we've had kids in here painting and just, they want to help do whatever they can. And it was said last night that it was so neat how they listen in the ātea of the marae. They come in here and you tell them something and they're like, yes, they listen. Then when they go out that gate, they're not listening.
They've got their outside ears on.
So, you know, that's neat because you can just see how excited everyone is about what's happening here, right from our little young children. Our kohanga babies had kohanga over here Monday, and Whaia Reina was teaching them the pai tapu and, you know, starting on that one. And so they're growing up from this age knowing, and that's awesome. Yeah, definitely.
Kei runga I ngā marae, ngā kōrero katoa tāu e te iwi Māori. Aha kua huri pēhea ai koe, aha kua tahuri ai koe ki hea, ka hoki koe ki tō marae I te mea koe nā rātou tūranga waiwa. Nā reira, e rua ngā tūmomo tangata. E kia nei ko te tangata he mōhio ki te matatahi, he mōhio ki te kaituha, he mōhio ki te manaaki I tōna kāinga, he kape he rorero I ngā pūngārehu o te hau kāinga. Ko ia te mea kei runga I te marae e noho ana, e kia nei te kōrero kena pia, kāre he tino whai rawa, ki a rātou o ngā taone, e te tiro ana he ahua pōhara nei te hanga. Engari ki au, ko tērā tūmomo tangata, they're living the dream. You know, ko rātou kei runga I te marae. Ko e rā mea kai waho kua puta ki te ao, ki te tiro haere, pai noi ho te tiro te karore haere, ki te whāwhā, ki te rā weke haere. Engari a tōna wā, ko taua here ki te ngākau, ko taua here whitau, a tōna wā ka kume ka tōia mai taua tangata. Taua tangata ka hokia ki unga I tōna marae, ko āhua ngaro tērā tangata. Nai reira, ko te wero ki au, Inā ka hia tāu e te iwi Māori ki aura tonu kia tūtonu a tātou marae, me pēhea e noho tonu ai tātou, te nuinga, te marea, e hara te iti, te nuinga kia noho mai I runga I ngā papakainga, kia noho mai I runga I ngā marae, kia whakanuihia tēnei mea kia nei te tangata Māori. Coming here to Kaingaroa, it's good to be able to be in a position where you can help people who need the help. And you know, the other thing is that maybe people come to Kaingaroa who don't really know the place, and they see the derelict buildings and they see the graffiti and all those things, and they think, oh, you know, those people, they need the help, you know. And you think a show like Marae DIY Choice. But you look at the flip side to that is, you know, what type of person does it take to be able to stay here and carry on that battle and fight on, to try and unify the people, and despite all the heartache that they've had in the past, whether it be the government, whether it be the forestry, you know, with their world turning upside down in a day, there are people that are still here keeping those home fires burning. So that tells you what type of people that are actually here. And, you know, with the interviews that we've been doing, and you see that there's aroha there. There's aroha there that you can build foundations on. So as long as that aroha is there, then, like I said, it's a privilege to be able just to come and help.
I didn't know where Kaingaroa was, let alone there was a marae here. But when I came here, it was quite daunting for me because it was just a ghost town. When I first came here, it just looked like a ghost town. There was about 10 or 12 people here, so it was going to be a challenge. I knew this one would always be a challenge because of just the history that it's had. But it was also exciting for me because if I could input some kind of injection in here, and my part in the building side of it, to try and bring this place up, well then, hey, I'm happy I've done my job. It's kind of scary because, you know, they haven't had a pai, they haven't had a waharoa, they haven't had a manuhiri shelter and stuff like that. So the whole thing when I first came here was, I was asking them, where do you want your pai? And because they'd never had one, they were leaving it up to me, and I'm like, gosh, I don't know. So after consulting with the old fellas, the kaumātuas, they just pretty much, I was just led by them on this one. I just sort of said, how do you want it, where do you want it, what do you want? Because I know once we complete it, this will be it for years. So it has to be right, it has to be perfect.
No whakatika, whakapai-pai. No whakatika, whakapai-pai.
O hei a pōpō ka huakina nā tatau o tō whare, mo te wā tuatahi. Kai te pēhea koe.
Kai te mihara. Nā, me putu hoki nā mihi ki te huanuku e noho ai I kone. Nā rātau hoki e pau kahane te mahi. Nā tama nina wairakau mea mai e hua. Nā rātau te kaha. Nā rātau hoki te mahi. Nā rātau hoki tēnei o tātou mara. A te Huingawaka.
And the work hasn't finished yet. Hea tō mahi tēnei rā. Kai te whakatika koe, te waharoa, te ara tika.
E tika tēnā. Ana hara mai hoki ki te koe hoki nā mea nā I hara mai rā. Me pēhea tātou kuhu nā mea ne I roto ki te waharoa. Ana ki te koe rātau e mahi ana te mahi.
Hei a pōpō he timatanga hou. O tēnei tāone, o tēnei rohi mo te whānau nei. Ia o whakaru pane ki tērā, ki tēnā kaupapa.
Kia hau ne kāra rahi ki nā kōro. E nari tēnei hoki e kai te mihi ka koutou. Ke taku moko puna hoki, koe a reina me Cherie, nā rātou, ki e tito hoki nā kōro I roto hoki ta kohanga reo. I runga hoki te rauimi e mahi hoki I tia. Tīmatau ki e kororo ki au e kora. Pēhea tātou marae. Me tui ai ki a koutou, te pēhea mena e tai a koutou, te whakamahi I runga I raro hoki te DIY. Titira hau, te taumā hoki tēnā koro. E nari, ara tēnā whakaroa ki au e tono hoki te pānui ana ki a koutou. A koena hoki ai, hau e mihara. E mihara hoki e nāne o tana mai.
Marae DIY is always been about the people. Our marae are for the living, not for the dead. And the marae, without its people, it's just a structure. So the physical aspects to what we do on the marae, whether it's a waharoa, whether it's a paipai, a shelter, a wharepaku, a kitchen, or whatever it is, landscaping, it's all about the people coming together and working together. And that's the very obvious thing that we are trying to portray when we make the show is not necessarily what it's going to look like at the end of the 3 or 4 days, but it's what happens in that period from start to finish. And really there actually isn't a finished time. We have a time when the cameras have to leave and we have to cut, but for the marae, it carries on, it keeps going, it doesn't stop. And if the marae are able to use Marae DIY as a catalyst to be the glue that brings everyone together, or to be whatever it needs to get a bit of momentum, to get the impetus going, then so be it. And I think with the 50th marae that we're doing, that's what they're using it for, and that's absolutely what its kaupapa is about.
I think it's pretty amazing that it is going to open. It is actually going to finally happen. That this community that's been kicked in the guts so many times, that has struggled for survival. I mean, if a bomb dropped on Huingawaka and it disappeared off the face of the earth, the majority of New Zealanders wouldn't actually miss a heartbeat, because it's this little blip in the landscape. It's just a little area. And I don't mean any disrespect on that. But I mean, for this community to have a marae, to have something that they have all contributed to that has pride, I think it's going to be amazing.
With all 50 whānau we've worked with, they've thanked us for our contribution. But they forget how much they also give back to us. DCG often speaks of what te ao Māori has gifted him.
I think the real stuff, the real heart stuff, is pretty hard, because it's made me look in the mirror. And when I looked in the mirror, I actually didn't like what I saw. And what I saw was a middle-aged Pākehā man who had a whole lot of subconscious racial prejudice, I suppose, of years of growing up in a Pākehā world. And I had no concept that this other world ran through New Zealand so strongly. And for most Pākehā, they don't even know it exists. We see the world and how it's portrayed in the media. We see the domestic violence, we see the poor Māori health, we see poor Māori housing, and we lump it all together and say that's Māori, you know? I'm privileged. I have learned to walk in the Maori world. I've been accepted, I've been tolerated, I've managed to come through without having my head punched in. I've bastardised the language and my horrible pronunciation. I've been cheeky, and I've been me, and I've been allowed to be me. And I suppose it's humbling. The more I get involved in it now, the more privileged I feel. And I say that with all trueness, because the Maori world is so strong. The undercurrent, the flow of it in New Zealand is so strong that unless you really step into it, you'll live your whole life and you never have a part of it.
Been a bit lonely without you fellas there, really, truly, because it was good to turn around and there's somebody there smiling or grinning and some bloody silly reporter is grinning his face off.
You said his face off, eh?
Yes. But yeah, the mahi, the people are still coming in every day to finish off the work. Everything is going smoothly, apart from a few little niggles from the women.
From what?
I shouldn't say it.
No.
Hey,
Kura mai kai.
ko te ingo no te whare. Kare rā te rata ki te ingo I hosi he mate mo te whare.
He hai.
Kai te mea rata ko haungaroa ke te ingo te whare. Rā te mea koe rata ingo tēnei whenua.
Hangaroa.
Te kaingaroa o haungaroa. Te tainga mai te whare nei ki konei hare. Ko rata ingo mai e te nā tipu no Ngāti Manawa kia mātou. Hohepa wai. Tēnā kraua konei no hoana. Karakau wana uri ngare nui wana mokopuna. Wana whāngai. Mahana whāngai a tēnā korau. Nō rere ka mea matau ākāt, kei te tika pēr tā. Nā wāhine no, kutei no nā wāhine kei te mea, kei te hetua. Te mauri o tēnei wāhe, mauri o te wāhine kei. I feel sorry for the women because they want their mana stamped on everything. Well, it was the women that run the whole show just about, so that's fine. I'm happy with that.
People are going to be here tomorrow. What sort of expectations do you think they'll have when they turn up?
A lot of them will be very, very surprised, I would say. Those that have never seen it at all.
They're going to say how beautiful it looks. Or they better?
Yeah, well, they better.
What do you want them to leave with?
Happy memories and full stomachs.
Have you had fun?
We've had fun all the way through. Even though we weren't allowed to pick up the spade or anything, we're just sitting out there. We probably had more fun over there than we've had for years. We have no criticisms about the way things went, none whatsoever. Everybody sort of pitched in. Everybody was happy. There's no grumbling, grizzling or anything. Wairua in this place was beautiful.
Is there anything that's really important to you?
I think the garden, the way that one unfolded, how it opened up and they put the pathway through the thing, and then the growing of the piko, and all the piko looking fresh and beautiful. I think that mostly.
So it's going to be an early start tomorrow.
Early start for some. Are you fellas going to be there?
Yes, we are. No, we'll be there.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, someone's got to put the pictures on it.
Yes.
We'll be there.
Yes, at 4 o'clock in the morning. Or
even earlier.
You going to do the 3:30 too?
Yep. Are you going to come now?
No.
Tika, whakapai. Tika, whakapai.
Ngā whakahau ngā o ngā whea
tau hu tēnei kia hau. Pēno, kai te hui nā mihi kia koutou nā mea e kānei te haramai moa tai te ata i rote te hukapapa. Ke nāra atu koutou. Ano e tō wā kōra hainu e whakatūpera nui nā kōra mā tai ano kai au hie nā kōra wā kōra.
Ka mihia ki a tātou e whakatau ake nei i te karanga. O tēnei o ngā whare e tū ake nei i a tātou. Te whare e kia nei he whakakotahi a tātou i rungi ngā huatanga kai unga iai. Ka mihi ki ai tū mai rā te whare. Tū mai hei whakaruru hau ngā karangatanga o tēnei takiwa. Kai te mihi ki a koe, ka tangi i kā roha ka miharua.
Tēnei te mihi a Ngāti Huingi, mai roto Ngāti Manawa ki a koutou Ngāti Kaihura. Koutou i pukumahi nei roto i ngā tini tau nei. Ara ngā werewara i pau, te rai. Ngā ringaringa i rau pānoa. Te mutungi iho, ane, te whare e tūna. Ka tikau ki rā teira aingo Ngāti Kaingaroa, a Haungaroa. Nei te hononga ki a Tongariroma. I rere mai Haungaroa me tana taina ki kone, i runga i te inoi. Te tangi mai tō rāu a Tungane, ngā toro irangi. Tana pikitanga ki rā ki ngā Tongariro. Tā te hemo i te makari. A karere te inoi. Ki wana tuahine. A karere mai Hawaii ki kone whakatāi. Kai ai te kai ki aroa. Kai ngā mia ai te kai ki aroa. Koire kai ngaroa hiai. A ko te waimari ana ko whai hapua nora Ngāti Manawa. Ai ringo hoki rā te ingoa te tipuna nei. Hare hare. Mena ko hare hare atare a ka pai hoki rā. E rua ngā hare hare. Hare hare mōkai, te mōkai. Ko te hare hare tēne atare a koe i te whakamutunga, te rangatira whakamutunga o Ngāti Manawa. Te mate ngā pereni ko tahawai ana, koe e tēne.
Koe ia tērā, kāore he uri. Mōkai katoa wā, e whāngai. Nō reira kā tika ki a whakaingoa hia, ko hare hare, te tipuna o tēnei kai. Nā te mea, ko koutou, mana whāngai. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, nā whāngai, o nā tikai ngaua. Kā nui te mihi, kia koutou, ko whakatinana hia, te o hāki o rātou mā, o hohepa mā, o rātou, i wawatatia, kia noho ai rātou, i raro i te maru, o Ngāti Manawa, hai hapu mō rātou. Engari, kia tūpata. He hapu koutou, i runga, i te tū o te mana o Ngāti Kaingaroa. Ko te mana whenua. E rere ki anō tēnā. Ai te mōhi o tātou. Nā reira, kia mārama katoa tātou. Hea hai tai mai tātou konei. Hea hai whakatuhia tēnei tupuna. Ka tika. Hei whakaruru hau. Hei whare moe. Hai.
Kia tipu, e tua wai, honore. Mō te pani, mō te rā,
You know, this morning when we were coming in and we were taking that tapu off the whare, going through the whole ceremony, you were one of the last people to go inside.
Yep.
What was that?
To actually say I could stand back and watch everyone go in is just, for me, it's I can honestly say just for my kids' sakes and for the future of the community, to finally see that moment actually happening on that night, this morning it's a bit of an emotional journey for a lot of people and for our whānaus all around. And it's finally here and real.
So your memories of it, what would you say? What are the best sort of...
Oh, unforgettable memories. Just knowing that the people from our village, you worked with them to help make this marae. From what it was to what it is now, mate. It's hard to explain it sometimes.
It's been a new experience and something that I've enjoyed, and just being a part of the building process, bro, with you and your whānau and the Waiariki boys, it's just been fantastic, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're right, Monty. There's not a lot of words to say it. You just have to walk around over there and see the change that was made, and the physical structures. Yeah, that's one thing, but then the people, the people are here. The people have come, and they'll continue to come.
Yeah.
And that's all because of Marae DIY. That's all because of everyone just pitching in and getting it done.
The whānau have a hub, have a base to come back to for their huis or their learning.
Yep. Another big part of it for us was that learning side of it too, because we started at the koanga and we learnt of the koanga kaupapa and all of that, right. and they said your koanga is a reflection of your marae, and we said we don't have a marae, so we went, let's do it. It's just going to strengthen the community, and we'll be flying, Monty.
You guys should be proud of yourself, bro, because you've gone from a scout hall, which it was originally.
Yep, it was.
And now it's a fully fledged operating wharenui now, a marae. You've made yourselves proud, and I'm just privileged to be a part of it with you, bro. So, te meki, my man.
Che brother. My hand's stuck in my pocket. Te meki, Monty. Thank you.
Tino miharo au ki ngā mahi a te DIY. Te take i roto i tōku whatu manawa. Nā te DIY, ka pūāwa i te kaupapa.
Ka mutu nā karakia i te ata nei, ka ea te wāhi ki te whakarite. Ko te ope tuatahi kai te whakaeke mai, ko ki te ake, kai te mau mai koe i tō neke tai.
Hoi anoi, hoi anoi, he whakamene no tēnā. Kare he uki e pai, me tū pēnei, ki te take. Ka hara mai karu noi, tam. Ka whakamara hare ki te titiro, ki te... Neha, ka mao
kai te ki te mai tāua koa, tāua mai a hare.
Ana,
engari koa tare ke tāua.
Mea tāua anō hoki te pōhiri i te manuhiri.
Kia ora. Kei a koe he paku whakamihi ki ngā ringa wera, ki ngā ringa raupa, ki a rātau, nā rātau ngā mahi nei kau.
Moho tunu ana tāua ki o tāua tikanga. Mai rāno, ka tika a muri, ka tika hoki a muri. Koe nā te whakatau ki nui tēnā ki a tāu. Koe rā ke te wāhi nui te mai, ki te mana ki te manuhiri. O nā ringa wera, mā rātau hoki te rāhuatanga hei kau. Tētahi mea ki a rāua ki te rāhuatanga ki te ringa wera. Hare te ringa wera ki te huhua.
Pēhea rā te hunga, me ki rā ko Ngāti Kāinga roa no, rātau o te kāinga nei, me ki o te pā nei, he mihi wau ki a rātau.
Tino, hara kua katoa ki te kite, te mahi a te tamariki mokopuna, mahi ana ki te whakapai tō rātau marae. Mihi katoa au ki nā tamariki, ki nā rangatahi, me nā pākeke. Te take kei reira nā pākeke hei tohu haere, hei āpina haere.
Ko wātea mai koutou ki te noho mai runga i tō koutou marae, tō koutou kāinga, me ki kua tū whakahihi mai a Ngāti Kāinga roa te Huingawaka. Nore, kei te mihi kia koutou. In the late 1970s, the idea of te Huingawaka was put forward and supported by forestry. The early 80s saw the land and buildings set aside for a marae. 1987 and the lives of this community were turned upside down. But after 21 years of hurt and anger, in 2010 they are gathering outside the Waharoa waiting for the first hui in Harehare, their wharenui on their marae, te Huingawaka.
Well, it's hard to imagine just how proud the whānau must feel. They finally have their marae.
I mean, I feel glad and privileged to be a part of this experience with the whānau.
And there are people who walked before me. I got to be here for the 50th one. For that, I'm really, really grateful.
Tēnei hiko nui I tīmata mai ngā tau ki muri hoi anō, kua tūwhera mai a te Huingawaka, the first marae that we've actually been a part of helping to open. Me te mea nei, te marae nei, me te hunga ora, e hara mo te hunga mate. And as always, mā rātou te kupu whakamutunga. Ka kite rā.
Kia ora.
To see and hear what's happening over there now, it sort of makes me feel proud and little at the same time. Proud because we all worked to make it happen, and little because the things that we're learning and that are going to come from having our marae open, you know, they're just huge. So it's like, you know, the end of one thing and the start of our learning, as it should be on our marae.
He mea tau toko na te manga.
Pāho.